Good morning, third grade. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone's doing well. Today in math, kind of like yesterday in language, we're going to be doing a quiz. So think of a math test, how it's 2 pages front and back, and you have to do all the problems. But a quiz is only a front page. That's how we're going to do this today. So you're not going to do an entire page. What we're going to do is I'm going to do 2 samples together. I want you to do it with me so that you feel like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do on my own. And then I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna circle which ones that you have to do on your own. That's when you're gonna pause the video, take as much time as you need, use scratch paper, use your whiteboard, whatever you need to do to try to get those answers correct. And then push play, and then I'm gonna do some from a different section, okay? But that way you're not having to work the whole thing all by yourself and be like, oh, I forgot how to do that. This will kind of help you out, okay? So look at the board behind me. We're on page 203, 204. We're gonna start on 203 and go through and do some samples together, and then you're gonna do some on your own. Now this will be the same as the language test, quiz, I should say. So when you finish taking it, do all the ones I circled in the video, then you're going to take a picture of it and send it to me so that I can go over the answers and record how you're doing. And remember, we're not stressing out about this. Quizzes and tests are a little bit different on this online. It's just a way for me to kind of see what you can do on your own, okay? So don't get mom and dad's help on these, just do the best you can, but that way it'll help me to kind of see where you're at and what we need to practice more on for our phone calls. So if you get all the adding right or all the times, but you only miss subtraction, or say you do really well in subtraction, but you miss long division, then I'll know to practice that with you as opposed to trying to do a little bit of everything, okay? All right, so I am gonna share my screen and should come up in just a second. There we are. Okay, so you should see that jar with the numbers. See at the bottom, it's page 203. That's the lesson that we're on. I'm gonna make it big. So you can see on section 1, the things with the little slashes, those are the ones we're gonna do together. The ones with the circles are the ones you're gonna do by yourself. But you're gonna wanna watch me first on the paper to make sure you know how to do it. Okay, so our first one says, I'm going to use green here for my pen color. It says, write the factors of these numbers. So remember what factors are. Factor times factor equals product. So what are the ways I can make 18? 1 and 18. Go ahead and write that in. What's another way to make 18? Oh yeah, 2 and 9. And there's one more way to make 18. Yes, 3 and 6. Okay, let's do one more together. Let's do the 12. Okay, what times what makes 12? Well, we always start with 1 times the number itself. Just like we did 1 times 18 first, we're going to do 1 times 12. So 1 times 12 makes 12. What else makes 12? 2 times 6. Is there another way to make 12? 3 times 4. All right, for the test portion, I want you to do letter E and letter B by yourself. So it's the ways to make 15 and the ways to make 10. All right, so pause the video and do that now. All right, now we're gonna move on to the second section, section 2. And we are gonna do the first 2 together, you can see, and then you're gonna do the B and E by yourself. So this says, write the least common multiple for the number. Now remember, least common multiple, let's count man, right? We're counting by these numbers. So if I was doing this first one, A, 2, 4, and 6, I'm gonna do it over here, 2, 4, and 6. And if I count by those, let's see what we get. Let's count man, 2, 4, 6, 8. 4, 8, oh that matches. 6, 12, oh that doesn't match. Let's keep going. 4, 8, 10, ooh, 12 matches. Can I get 2 if I count by 12? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yay! So 12, if I circle it, is my least common multiple. That's the smallest one I get when I count by it. Okay, so I'm gonna write 12 right here. That's my answer, okay? All right, now I'm gonna do 3, 5, and 15. So 3, 5, and 15. Can anyone guess what that's gonna be? 15, right? Because that's what I get when I count by 15, but then do the other one. 5, 10, 15, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Right, guys? So 15, 15, 15 is my match. That is my least common multiple for 3, 5, and 15. All right, now your job is to try B and E. So you're gonna let's count dude for 3, 4, and 5, and then for 4, 6, and 8. Now use scratch paper, just like I did, write out your multiples and try those two on your own. Pause the video if you haven't already. All right, I hope you guys did well on that. I'm gonna erase all this just so I don't cover up. Now you can see that I crossed out all of section 3 because section 3 is not on the test. This is just review, but we just learned this in the last week and a half, so they don't test you on things this soon. This will be on our next quiz that we take, but we don't need to worry about it today, okay? So you can try that on your own. That might be a good, but this won't count on the quiz. But see if you can do those on your own, but I'm gonna move ahead, okay? But those ones aren't for homework. You don't have to do them. All right. Section 4 says multiply, use cancellation if possible. Now, here's another thing. So the test is going to have us do multiplying fractions, but it's not going to do cross cancellation because we just learned that this week. That's too brand new. Okay, so what we're going to do is just multiply tops times top, bottom times bottom. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 6 is 30. Now, if I can reduce 10/30ths, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to divide by 10. Divide by 10. How many 10s can go into 10? 1. How many 10s can go into 30? 3. So my answer is 1/3. All right? I was going to do B, but I'm actually going to skip that one. So let me just erase that so it's not crossed out. Okay, so A is your sample. I want you guys to do D by yourself. Go ahead and push pause and do letter D, the one that's circled. 4/9 times 2/5. All right, good job, guys. Okay, moving down to long division. We are gonna do letter A together, and then you're gonna do letter C on your own. All right, so let's get our thinking caps on, and we're dividing by 9. All right, I like to draw my lines on top because that helps me to know when I'm finished with my problem. All right, so how many 9s can go into 4? None. How many 9s can go into 43? 9 times 6 is 54. That's too big. 9 times 5 is 45. That's too big. 9 times 4 is 36. So I'm going to do 36. Now remember, bigger bottom, better borrow. I can't take 6 from 3. I'm going to cross out my 4, make it a 3, and the 3 becomes a 13. Now I can subtract. What's 13 minus 6? 7. Very good. And then I bring down my 6. 9 times what gets me close to 76? 9 times 8, because what's 9 times 8 make? 72. And then I subtract. 6 minus 2 is 4. Bring down my 2. 9 times what can get me close to 42? Same thing as before, 4. 9 times, oops, putting it in the wrong spot. 9 times 4 is 36. Let's subtract. Cross out my 4, make it a 3. Cross out my 2, make it a 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Bring down my 9. This will be our last one. How many 9s can go into 69? 9 times 8 is 72, so that's a little bit too big. 9 times 7, 63. All right, let's do it. 63. I'm running out of room here. Subtract. What's 9 minus 3? Actually, I can raise it up. I forget. 9 minus 3 is 6. So I got 4,847, remainder 6. Now, we do need to check that. Do you see where it says divide and check? All right, so let's check it. 4,847 times, and remember we times it by our divisor on the outside, times 9. Okay, let's do it. 9 times 7 is 63. Put my 6 on top. 9 times 4 is 36. What's 36 plus 6? 39. 39. What's 9 times 8? 72. What's 72 plus 3? 75. And then 9 times 4 is 36. What's 36 plus 7? 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. And then I need to add my remainder. What's my remainder? 6. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Mrs. Roach sees a mistake. Look at this. 9, 5, 4, 3. That means even Mrs. Roach made a mistake in her multiplying. Let's see what I did. This is so good. Okay, so I'm not going to actually erase it because I want to go slow to see where we messed up, okay? So what's 9 times 7? 63. So that was right, 63. Then we did 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 6, that's our mistake. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Those of you at home who caught our mistake, good job. So now I'm going to write 42. Let's see, do we have more mistakes? Oh, it's going to mess up our next one too. Okay, so 9 times 8 is 72 plus 4, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. So I'm going to write, I'm going to change this 5 to a 6. Okay, so let's re-add. The rest of it is going to be okay. 6 plus 3 is 9. 2 is nothing. 6 is nothing. 3 is nothing. 4. There we go. Okay, so 43,629. Boy, that is such a good way for us to see how sometimes we get the right answer dividing and then we get the wrong answer checking and we go, oh, I messed up, and we erase all the long division. Actually, our long division was right. It was our multiplying that we made a mistake. And when Miss Roach is doing it on the video, for some reason, my brain, it's like I'm looking at myself, or I'm looking at the iPad, and it makes me not count correctly, I feel like. So I apologize for that, but I'm glad that we did divide and check, because that kind of shows us mistakes that you guys might make, and to know that it's okay to make mistakes, okay? All right, so now your job is to do letter C. How many times can 69 go into 2,731? Now I'm gonna get you started. Draw your lines on top, just like this. Can 69 kids go into 2 desks? No. Can 69 kids go into 27 desks? No. Can 69 kids go into 273 desks? Yes. This is where you're going to start off by yourself. You might need to do some practice ones. You're trying to find something as close as you can to 273. All right, pause the video and try letter C now. All right, guys, let's go to the back side. You guys are working so well. We're going to do one word problem, the black one, not the green one, okay? And I'm going to read it to you, but you're going to do this one by yourself. Okay, so it says, while visiting sick church members at the hospital, Mrs. Fazio saw 3 newborn babies. They weighed 6.5 pounds, 9 1/3 pounds, and 7 3/4 pounds. How many pounds did they weigh in all? I want you to think what we do with in all and go ahead and do that now. Now be careful because if our denominators do not match, remember what you have to do. You got to make a match. So go slow on this, but that's a hint because look at your denominators. 1/2, that's a 2. 1/3, that's a 3. 3/4, that's a 4. None of those match. So you're gonna have to make 2, 3, and 4, find a number that will match. Okay, guys? Pause the video and do that now. All right, we're ready for section 7. We're almost done, guys. You're doing such a good job. All right, for section 7, we're gonna do 2 subtraction fractions together, and then you're gonna do 2 by yourself. All right, so let's look at our first one. I'll make this a little bit bigger for us. Okay, so we're gonna do 4/9 minus 1/3. My bottom numbers do not match, so we're gonna make them match. Can you think of a way to change 3 into 9? Good. 3 times 3 makes 9. 1 times 3 makes 3. Good job. The top one was already a 9th, so we're going to keep that the same. Now can I subtract them? Yes. What is 4/9 minus 3/9? 1/9. Very good, guys. Okay, that one did not need any borrowing. It was a nice, straightforward, easy one, except we had to change them into 9s. All right, right now I want you to go down and do letter E by yourself. 8 3/5 minus 2 4/5. It's a little bit easier than the one we did right now. Go ahead and do that now. Oh, Miss Roach was looking at it wrong. It actually is a little bit trickier. So go slow on this one and take your time. All right, moving over. Remember to be pausing, so you don't want to feel like you're so rushed. Okay, this one actually might help you on that last one if you got a little confused. Okay, so here we go. 21 1/4 minus 6 3/8. Can I take 3/8 from 1/4? No, the bottom numbers don't match. So let's make a match. We're going to turn them into 8s because if let's count dude, 4, 8, right? Okay, so this one is already an 8. I'm going to leave it. This one is not an 8. 4 times what makes 8? 4 times 2. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, so we've got 2/8 minus 3/8. Uh-oh, can I take 3 from 2? Try to take 3 fingers away from me. No, we only have 2. So who can the 2 get help from? That's right, the 21. Cross out your 21 and make it a 20. And what are we going to add to our 2/8? Remember, the bottom numbers have to match. That's right, 8/8. Okay, let's add this up slowly. What is 2/8 plus 8/8? 10/8. Good job. And now I can minus my 3/8 from it. I definitely have enough. What is 10/8 minus 3/8? 10, take away 3, 9, 8, 7, right? 7/8. And we are going to subtract our whole number. What is 20 minus 6? So over here we're looking. I can't take 6 from 0. Cross out my 2, make it a 1, and the 0 would become a 10, right? What's 10 minus 6? 4. Or you could just think, what's 20 minus 6? 14. Okay, so either way is a good way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little smaller so I can show you guys that because I kind of Didn't do a very good job with that part. Okay, so this was a 20. I said I can't take 6 from 0. I crossed off my 2, made it a 1, and the 0 became a 10. So it was 10 minus 6 and 1 minus nothing. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so go down to letter G, and I want you to try that one by yourself also. All right. If you're not finished, pause it. Okay, this is our last part of the quiz. All I want you to do is letter A, C, and D. So circle those now so you know which ones. A is addition, C is times, and D is subtraction. That's all you have to do, and we are done with our math quiz. All right? I know that was a little bit more work than normal, so if you need to take a break, go get a snack, and you want to come back and finish those 3, you can. But when you're done, I need mom or dad to take a picture of both the front and the back of this and then send it to me. Okay? All right, 3rd grade. I hope that wasn't too hard. I hope that didn't tire your brain out. The good news is that there's no math paper tomorrow, and we're gonna be on spring break. That means we get to celebrate Easter with our families and hopefully find a church we can watch on TV, because I know we can't go to church right now, which is so sad. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will be calling you later on to go over these answers with you. If I'm not able to get, if you don't have it done when I call you, then I'll probably call you later on in the afternoon or on Friday tomorrow morning, all right? Okay, have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.